Hello guys, I hope you're doing alright, and here we are in a new video about logics. Okay, so now we are going to do some extra examples about propositions and denial of propositions. So for example, the statement says, find the true values and negations of the following propositions. So here we have the proposition, the question A, B, C, and D. The first proposition, it says P such that 2 plus 5 is less than 20. So we are going to find first its true value, if it's true or false, and then we are going to find the negation of this proposition. So the opposite of this proposition. All right, so now let's start. How can we find the true value of this? So we are going to find if 2 plus 5 is less than 20. How can we find it? So we solve this operation and we find that 2 plus 5, that is 7, is less than 20. Is that true? 7 is less than 20. Of course, it's true. So this proposition is true. The true value is true. All right. Now the negation of this proposition, we have to find the opposite for this statement. So the opposite of less than, this sign here, will be greater than. All right. So how can we write it? We can write the original proposition 2 plus 5. All right, is greater than is greater than 20. Okay, so 2 plus 5 is greater than 20, greater or equal to 20. All right, this is the negation for the proposition P. All right, the opposite sign of less than, that is greater than 20. Okay, so let's go on with the second one. Here we have two fractions. 5 over 6 plus 2 over 3 equals 7 over 9. So let's start finding out if this is true or false. We need, of course, to calculate if this addition is equals to 7 over 9. So we do this addition, we already know how to do that, and then we found that this result of this addition of fractions is 9 over 6. So this is 9 over 6. All right, so this result for this operation is 9 over 6, and this is not equals to 7 over 9. So this is false because this is not equal to this fraction. Okay, this is a mistake. So the proposition is false. The true value is false because we don't have an equality here. All right, this is not equal to this. And how can we find a negation for this? So we write the same fraction. So we have 5 over 6. And here we have 2 over 3. So let's start first, write the fraction. So we have here a fraction bar. Here we have a fraction. Here we have an addition. Okay. So this is different to 7 over 9. So we write, how can we write the different sign? We write an equal sign, and then we have a cross line. All right, so this is the opposite of equal sign. So it's different because it's the negation of 7 over 9. All right, so here we have 7 and here we have 9. And now the fraction line will be like this. Okay, so we already have the truth value, we already have the opposite sign, the negation of equals, that is different. All right, let's continue with the next one. So here we have 5 minus negative times negative minus 9 plus 3. How can we find this result? And let's find out if this is greater or equal to 34. So it could be less or equal to 34. So we find this result, so it will be 5 plus 9, because we have negative times negative positive, and here we have plus 3. All right. So how much is that? We will have here 14 plus 3, that makes 17. Okay, so we have equals 17. So let's check. 17 less or equal to 34? Is it true? Of course. This result of this operation is less or equal to 34. This is true. So we write here the true value. All right, it's true. Now the negation for this statement, so we write the same statement. So we have 5 negative, we have minus 9 plus 3 is the opposite of this, of less or equal to 34, will be right like this, will be greater or equal. Oh no, this equal not, because it's already, if it's already here, we don't write it here, all right, because it's the opposite sign. So let's erase this, and it will be just the opposite. So here, for example, look, we have less than 20, and here we have greater or equal to 20. Okay, we can write with the line here. All right, so we have here 34. Okay, because we have the same statement, but with a different sign. Here we have less or equal, and the opposite, the negation, will be greater than 34. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Here we have given the sets A, 1, 2, and 5, and B, 2, 6, and 7, and the proposition S says A union B is 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7. So do you remember the last topic about sets? We have to find out if the union between A and B makes this set. Okay, so let's see. We have 1, 2, 5, 2, 6, and 7. Here we have 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7. We already have all the elements from A and B. Remember the union, that is the combination of the sets A and B. We don't repeat any element. We have 2, the element 2 is in common between A and B, so we write it once, okay, only one time in the union. So this statement, the union, is true because we already have all the elements from these sets. So we write that the truth value for this proposition is true. Okay, how can we find the negation of this proposition? So the negation of this. So this is not the proposition, is this, okay? Because this is what we have to find out. So if we have A union B is this, so what will be the negation for this statement? So we have to write the same A union B is not 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7, okay? This is the opposite, is not this. This will be the negation. Or we can also write like this, A union B is different, okay? We can also write, this is other possibility, is different to this set, okay? It's also possible. So we have 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7, okay? So if you write it like this or like this, it's okay, it's perfect, because we have two possibilities, is not or is different, all right? Both of them are completely valid, okay? And let's go to the last one, and it says, cats have 5 legs. Oh, really? Is it possible? So probably in other world, but not here, all right? Okay, so cats doesn't have 5 legs. Okay, so this statement, this proposition is false, all right? So this is false, this is not true. And the negation of this statement, of this proposition, the negation will be cats, just the opposite, doesn't have 5 legs. All right? And that's it. This is just the opposite. Okay, that's it, guys. So always you have to be very careful with the signs that we are using. If this is less, the negation of less will be greater or equal. If it's equals, the opposite will be, the negation will be different. If we have less or equal, the negation will be greater than, okay, like this. And if we have the word is, it's like they want to show you a result, so you can write is different to, like this, or you can also write is not and the result, all right? And when we have word statements like this, cats have 5 legs, we can use the negation, the usual negation in English, which will be doesn't have, okay? And that's it. Okay, guys, I hope you really understood, and that's it for now. I hope you check the last videos as well, and then you will be ready to do the activity in Google Classroom, okay? Check the resources in Schoology, and if you have any questions, just let me know by email, and see you later on next advisory that will be on Thursday, okay? See you later, alligator. Have a great day.